shouldn't say, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
The dust. All praise.
Mexican brothers getting shot in their own driveway in front of their kids. All of these are the beginning of sorrow, right? We believe these things. We come out here every week to show our faith.
Come out here and stop you? Did we come out here to talk to you? Did we come out here to talk to you? No, we came out here to talk to our people. We came out here to spread love to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Same people, your people.
First and foremost, I want to say, call Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Today, we're going to be talking about the saints. All right, so we're going to start off in Psalm 50 and 5.
Yeah. This book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 5. Gather my saints together.
So gather my saints together, read.
Unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
So the saints are those that have made a covenant with the Most High God Yahweh by sacrifice. Go to Exodus 24. Let's start at the top. See, because in the Catholic Church or the Orthodox Christian Church, they'll tell you that in order to be a saint, you have to die and go to heaven, right? But here in the scriptures, it clearly states that the saints are those that made and kept covenant with the Most High God by sacrifice. Read.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 1. And he said unto Moses, Come up unto Yahweh, thou and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off.
So Moses is being summoned along with his brother Aaron, Aaron's 2 sons, and 70 elders to come near unto the Lord. Read.
And Moses alone shall come near Yahweh, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him.
So Moses only is the one that's going to be coming up to present himself. Right? Go ahead.
And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, All the words which Yahweh hath said we will do.
So Moses gave them all the judgments, all the words that Yahweh gave him, and they all agreed with one consent. All the people of Israel agreed with one consent. This is what we will do. That's what a covenant is. A covenant is an agreement, a contract, right? A constitution even. This is something that's agreed to that has terms. Read.
God. And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh and rose up early in the morning and builded an altar under the hill and 12 pillars.
He built this altar, read.
According to the 12 tribes of Israel.
And 12 pillars to represent the 12 tribes of Israel, because that is who the covenant is being made with. Read.
And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto Yahweh.
And sacrificed, read.
And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar.
So he took half of that blood in a basin, the other half sprinkled on the altar. Read.
And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said, all that Yahweh hath said we will do.
They said, all that Yahweh has said we will do. Read.
And be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people.
Now he took the rest of the blood and he sprinkled it on the people. So the blood was sprinkled on the altar, the blood was sprinkled on the people. The people consented to everything that Yahweh said. This is a covenant made by sacrifice. What verse you want?
That's verse 8.
All right, keep going.
And said, Behold, the blood of the covenant which Yahweh hath made with you concerning all these words.
So that's the blood of the covenant. This is a covenant made by sacrifice. Gonna go to Psalm 37 and 28. So we can see here already that the saints, according to the Bible, not according to whatever you were taught, whatever church you went to, whatever your grandmother told you, according to the Bible, these saints are righteous Israelites. Read.
Psalms 37, 28. And for Yahweh loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints.
So the Most High doesn't forsake his saints. It's the same way it says over and over again, he doesn't forsake his own people. Read.
They are preserved forever.
They are preserved forever. Hold that right there. I want you to go to Romans 11 and 1.
This book of Romans, chapter 11, verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people?
Hath God cast away his people? Read.
God forbid.
God forbid. He would never do that. Read.
For I am also an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
So Paul here, who is writing, says even he himself is an Israelite of the tribe of Benjamin. Read on.
God hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew.
So he has not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Go back to Psalms.
God.
Read from 28 again.
God. Psalms 37 and 28. For Yahweh loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever.
Or preserved forever. Read.
But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off.
But the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The wicked is going to be cut off. We could read about that in Obadiah. On the border of wickedness, the Edomites, they're cut off forever. Or will be cut off forever, right? Read on.
Verse 29. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein forever.
So the righteous are going to inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The righteous are who? The saints. The saints are the Israelites. Hold that. Give me Isaiah 14 and 1.
This book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land.
So the saints are going to be set in their own land. The righteous are going to be set in the land forever. Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
So all these other people, these strangers, these non-Israelites, they're going to be joined with us. They're going to be put in their place. We're going to possess them for servants and for handmaids. Read.
And they shall take them captives whose captives they were.
So everybody that had us as a captive, we're going to take them into captivity. Read.
And they shall rule over their oppressors.
And everybody that oppressed us is going to be oppressed by us. All right? And that's biblical. It's righteous. Matter of fact, give me 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Don't lose Psalms.
Verse 6. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with God to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
So it's a righteous thing to pay them back for what they did to us. It's a righteous thing to execute judgment on these people. For what they did to the Most High God's children, they have to pay for that. All right? Go back to Psalm 37. Read from 29 again.
Psalms 37, verse 29. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever.
Read on.
The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment.
So the righteous speaketh wisdom. What is our wisdom? These laws, statutes, and commandments. And our tongue speak of judgment. And how do we judge? By what measure do we judge? By those laws, statutes, and commandments. This is what makes us the saints and not anybody else. All right, read.
The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide.
None of our steps shall slide, because we'll be on the right path. That straight and narrow path. Understand? Give me Psalm 148 and 14.
This book of Psalms, chapter 148, verse 14. He also exalteth the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints.
The praise of all his saints, read.
Even of the children of Israel.
The children of Israel are his saints. Even of the children of Israel, read.
a people near unto him, praise ye Yahweh.
See, this is who's near unto him. This is who his saints are. Not just somebody that died that you like. Not somebody that they drew a picture of and put on a candle. It's righteous Israelites, all right? So the Pope in Rome, he can't be a saint. He's not an Israelite. So neither does he have the authority to determine who gets to be a saint and who doesn't. And it has nothing to do with when you die. None of that stuff matters. If you are an Israelite, a flesh and blood Israelite, living on this earth, living righteously, man. Keeping the Most High's law, statutes, commandments. Keeping the faith. That's what makes you a saint. Give me Revelation 13 and 10. Let's see one of the attributes of a saint according to this prophecy.
Revelation 13 verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Now what did we read about in Isaiah? Everybody that took us captive got to be taken captive, right? He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Read.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword.
And if your people go around murdering people, your people have to get killed. Read.
Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is what the saints are patiently and faithfully waiting on. If you think somebody's a saint, like, who do they call a saint? Like Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa, that dog, man. That's not a saint. That's not a saint. You think Mother Teresa was waiting around for her own people to be enslaved and killed? That's what she was faithfully and patiently waiting on? Man, hell no. Hell no, that's not a saint. We're the saints, all right? We can't wait for these other nations to get their judgment. We can't wait for our God and our King to get their just due and their glory, all right? Because right now on this earth, wickedness runs rampant. Everything evil is just magnified and extolled to the clouds. Anything righteous is looked down on, mocked. As a matter of fact, our brother posted something on social media, shared a post from some confused, demonic woman talking about these men call themselves super straight, but they coming for me when I'm non-binary, that counts as trans. No. 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 You're a woman. You're a woman, all right? XX chromosomes and everything. I don't care what the hell you consider yourself. The Most High God made you a woman. And if a man wants you, that's not gay, all right? You're not trans. You're a woman. This foolishness, that people say stupid things like this, and then all these people come in cheerleading for it. Well, if you're a straight man, then you should also want a trans woman. No, because that's not straight no more, all right? Everything in this world is evil right now, all right? That's why we're not supposed to be of this world. All right? That's why we're not supposed to have no love for this world. Loving this world is enmity with God, man. All these people are the enemies of God. And if you're not an enemy of God, that means that you're one, an Israelite, and two, you're keeping the law, statutes, commandments, and the faith, which means you must be a saint. You're either a saint or a devil. That's all there is in this world. Black and white, it's extremes. All right? Give me Ephesians 5. Start at the top. We're going to read the 5. We'll close out on this.
Book of Ephesians chapter 5 from the top. Be ye therefore followers of God as dear children, and walk in love, as Christ also loved us.
Hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. Let's get what love is. We need to be followers of God. But the Most High God, Yahweh. Right? Not just any old God that anybody brings to you, all right? Yahweh, that's the Most High God. And we need to walk in love. But first we need to know what love is. Go ahead.
1 John 5 verse 3. For this is love, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So we keep his commandments, and they're not something that's just hard to do. There's nothing hard, and there's nothing difficult about keeping these commandments. You just do it. Read.
All right. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even our faith.
You see that? So we have faith in the Most High God. So we're not worried about none of this nonsense they're talking about in the world. All right? None of this confused, mentally deranged nonsense, demonic, evil nonsense they're talking about in this world, man. Go back to Ephesians.
Ephesians 5 verse 2. And we walk in love as Hamashiach also hath loved us, and hath given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to God for a sweet smelling savor. But fornication and all uncleanness.
But fornication, we were just talking about fornication and uncleanness, right? Read.
And, or covetousness, let it not be once named among you as becometh saints.
So let not any of that stuff be named among you as becometh saints. All that stuff is unbecoming of a saint. Who was that? Was it Mr. C?
Kind of heard about that.
Yeah, Mr. C was just on some radio show, just bragging about his love for trannies.
Yeah, bro.
That's not becoming of a saint. Yeah. Brother, repent.
Right.
All right? For the Most High God destroy you. Who knows, man? It might be too late. But if you still got breath, you might as well give it a shot. Turn your life around. That's disgusting. Read.
Verse 4. Neither filthiness nor foolish talking.
See now, Mr. C, you filthy as hell, all right? And everybody else that's loving these he-she's is filthy as goddamn hell. And it's not just that. It's all kinds of stuff. The drugs running rampant in our community. Murders going on all day, all night. Nobody being held accountable for even half of them. You know what I'm saying? But kids being molested. Adultery going on. All types of wickedness, man. Filthiness, even on down to eating some swine. You'll eat a lot of y'all eat some pork in a heartbeat and won't even think twice about it. Or some of you do know about pork, but you don't think about the abominations in the seas, or the other things we're not supposed to partake in. Right. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
Nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks.
And a lot of us have a serious problem giving thanks to the Most High God, man. Everything that you have is because of Yahweh. You didn't get none of that on your own. Nothing. I don't care how hard you think you worked. I don't care what you think you did. You wouldn't have it if he didn't want you to have it. So always remember to be thankful, because he can take it right back from you. Read.
Verse 5. For this ye know that no whoremonger nor unclean person.
So no whoremonger, nobody that profits off of a sex trade. Read.
Nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Hamashiach and of God.
See that? So if you're involved in these things, you don't have an inheritance in the kingdom. And I know I said we was going to close on that. We actually going to close out on Revelation. Give me Revelation 22. I want to say it's like 14. Yeah, right.
Book of Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
So blessed are the saints, read.
That they may have right to the tree of life, and may enter in through the gates into the city.
To have an inheritance of the kingdom, read.
For without are dogs.
So outside those gates are dogs, male temple prostitutes. Those are homosexuals, man. Read.
And sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
So all these different types of sinners, and all sinners, whosoever loveth and maketh a lie, is going to be without them gates. It's not going to have any inheritance in the kingdom, because they did not live lives becoming of a saint. And with that, Shalom.
SICARRI.
We are the children of the one Yahweh.
The chosen.
Ye are the chosen.